Hello everyone, welcome to Vishesh Educational Videos. In this video, I am explaining the select statement of SQL. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. To get the notification of my new videos, please click the bell icon. And please don't forget to like the video and please don't forget to share the video with your friends. So let me begin the explanation of select statement. So as you know, select is mainly used to retrieve the data from the database. If you want to select any particular information from your database, you can do that. You can select the information from your database using the select statements, right? So the basic form of the select statement, sometimes called a mapping or a select from. So that means if you are using a select statement, you should use from keyword also. That is compulsory. So if you are using a select statement, you should use from keyword also, right? Because you have to tell from which table you are selecting the content, from which database. It is a relational database, right? That means it will be the form of table. So that's why you have to tell from which table you are going to select the content. So in a detailed way, I can tell that select statement contains three classes. So first is a select class, from class and a where class, right? So if you take the detailed select statement, it will have three parts: select class, from class, where class. So you can see here in a select, the first will be attribute list. You have to select from the particular attribute of the table, right? So what is the first right statement in a select is the attribute list. You are selecting from the attribute list. I will take the example, you will understand. Next, from which table you are selecting. That's why, so in a from we have table list. In a first statement of select, we have a attribute list. In a from keyword, we have a table list. And third clause is a where. So where we will have condition. Based on the condition, it will select the value from the table. I will take up the example. You will understand. So you can see here, attribute list is a list of attribute names whose values are to be retrieved by the query. So this attribute list contains the attribute names, right? Attribute names where you have to retrieve your values. Table list is a list of table or a relation names, right? So condition is nothing but it's a expression. It's a boolean expression, right? In a boolean expression, you can use the logical operators, comparison operators like equals, lesser than or equal to, greater than or equal to, like that. So condition is a boolean expression. So now I will take up the example to explain this select statement. You will understand this in a more better way. I am going to take different examples. Thereby I am going to give some details related to the select while explaining each query. So you can see here, the first query is used to retrieve the birth date and address information of the employee, and the employee name is John B. Smith. So I have to select the birth date and address information of the John B. Smith. So what I will do means, what I have to select attributes. Which are the attributes? I have to select here birth date and address. So this is the attribute list. So birth date is one attribute, address is one attribute. I am selecting birth date and address. From which table you are selecting? Because you know that table list, right? From which table you are selecting? Employee table. And condition is what? It is a boolean expression. Based on the condition value, you are going to select it. See, what is the condition? F name is equal to John, right? And the middle name is equal to B and the last name is equal to Smith. See, if the condition is true only, it will select the particular birth date and address. If the employee with the first name John and the last name Smith is not there, the condition will be false. So it's not going to select the birth date and address. Only if the condition, the Boolean expression is correct, then only it will select the birth date and address of that particular employee. And one more important thing you can observe here. So here, in a where condition, not only the arithmetic operators like greater than, lesser than, along with that you can use logical operators like and, not, or also, that is possible. So this is the first example. So next example, I'm going to take the next example. There you have to retrieve the name and address of all the employees who work for the research department. So you are selecting the attributes first name, last name and the address. And from the table, which table? See, employee and the department table. So what is the difference here from the first query? Here, see, I am selecting from the two tables. Here I selected the values from only one table. Here I am selecting the attributes from two tables. That's why it is a table list. More than one table can be there. It is possible. So I am selecting from two tables, employee and the department. And condition is what? Department is equal to, department number is equal to research. Department name is equal to research. And department number is equal to department number. See, so the main difference here, it's only one table here. Here the two tables. From two tables I am selecting the attributes. And one more important thing. So see here, the ambiguous attribute names. So what is the difference in this third query? See, select first name, comma, employee dot name, comma, address from employee, comma, department, where department name is equal to research, and department dot department number is equal to employee department number. What is this? Ambiguous. Ambiguous means what? See, employee dot name. You are telling that this dot is a period operator. It is telling that from where you have to select the name. From the employee table you have to select the name attribute. Employee dot name means you have to select the attribute name from the employee table. Dot is a period operator. So this is ambiguous. Ambiguous means what you can see here. So employee dot name, department dot department number, these are not simple. It will be complex for you to remember these things. From which table you have to select which attribute, right? So to overcome this ambiguous attribute name, you can use aliasing. Aliasing means, so instead of department you can call the department with another keyword that is used. For example, see how aliasing will work. Select employee first name, employee, see, e dot f name, e dot name, e dot address. Here you can ask a question, what is a e? E is nothing but employee. Employee space e. Employee space e. So e is the aliasing of the employee. That's why I can use e dot f name instead of employee dot f name. I can use e dot name instead of employee dot name. I can use e dot address instead of employee dot address. That is possible because employee space e, here e is what? E is the aliasing of the employee. It is another name for the employee. Instead of using the employee every time, I can use e instead of employee. In the same way, I can use d for the department. Hope you are understanding. That is the aliasing. Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment section, right? Next, what is the next query is going to tell? In a select, instead of the attribute, in the first statement, see here, instead of the attribute list, I am using a star operator. What is the meaning of this? Select all the attributes values of the employee tuples who work in the department number 5. Star means it will take each and every attribute from the employee table. If 5 attributes are there, it will take all the 5 attributes from this table like that. So it will take all the attribute values and it will display. Alright, hope you are understanding, guys. So next, what is the difference here? So in this query, in this select query, see here, for every project located in Stafford, list the project number, the controlling department number, and the department manager last name, address, and the birth date. I'm writing the query here. Select P number, that is project, D number, last name, address, birth date, from which table? Project table, department table, and employee table, where department number D num is equal to D number, and manager SSN is equal to SSN, and P location is equal to Stafford. Here what I'm trying to say is you can use two or more logical operators also in a where condition. That is possible. Hope you are understanding. So what is the next case? So next case, that is query 8. Here, for each employee, retrieve the employee's first name and last name, and the first name and last name of his immediate supervisor. I have to select the first name and last name of the employee. Also, along with that, I have to retrieve the first name and last name of the employee supervisor, of his supervisor. But here in this query, what is the difference here? So I am selecting F name, last name, first name, last name. See, from what is the aliasing I used? Employee, employee S. So here only one difference you should know here is, for aliasing employee space E, employee space S, instead of that you can use as keyword for the aliasing. That is also one type. It is possible to give aliasing using the as keyword. Instead of as, you can just use employee space E or employee space S, whatever it may be. But if you don't want to use aliasing like that, you can use as keyword. See, as is also used for aliasing. It is telling that you have to use E instead of employee, right? You can use as keyword for as keyword for aliasing. That's why this query, right? Hope you are understanding, right? So what is the difference in query 8a? See here, in this query you have to retrieve, right, the last name of each employee and his supervisor will renaming the result, whatever it may be. Here the main difference in this query is you can, right, rename the attributes also. You can do the aliasing for not only the table, you can use aliasing for the attribute also. See, for the attribute also you can do the aliasing. See, E.L name as employee underscore name. See, while displaying, instead of displaying E.L name, it will display that as employee underscore name. That is possible. Here you can give different names to your attributes also, not only to your tables, using the as keyword. In the result, instead of displaying it as E.L name, instead of displaying it as E.L name, it will display it as employee underscore name. That is possible. So you can give aliasing to tables also, you can give aliasing to attributes also. That's why this query is explained. So next, see, select all the employee SSN in the database. Select SSN from employee. So in all these queries I was using where class, but here where is not used, only select and from is used. If you are using the select class, from is compulsory. Just remember that it will select the SSN of all the employees irrespective of condition. That's all. It will select the SSN of all the employees irrespective of it will select the SSN of all the employees irrespective of conditions, right? Next, what is the 10th query? Select all combinations of employee SSN and department D name in the database, right? It is simple. It will select SSN, department name from the employee table and the department table. It is a very simple query. But see the 10th A. select the cross product of the employee and department relation. Cross product means it has to display all the attributes from both the tables. That's why I'm using select star from employee and department. So here you're using star. So what it does? It will select all the attributes from both the table, that is employee and department. Hope you are understanding. Next, lastly, you can use a keyword select all. So if you want to retrieve the salary of the every employee, you can use a variant of select, that is select all. It will select the salary, but what is the keyword here? All. Select the salary of all the employees from the employee table. Select all. Right? So these are the variants of the select. You can use your select statements like this. These are the different varieties how you can use your select statement. Right? And next, see distinct. I can use a distinct keyword for the salary. It will select the salary of the employees from the employee table, but what is the difference here? I use distinct. Distinct means if any of the salary is repeated, if any of the salary is duplicated, it will be removed. That's why distinct. Distinct means only the different values should be displayed. Hope you are understanding. And what is the difference in query 12? See, you have to retrieve all the employees whose address is in Houston, Texas. So, see, you are retrieving the first name and last name from the employee table, but here see, address like is used for pattern matching. Like is used for pattern matching. It will select the name of the employees, only it will start with a Houston and TX. Pattern matching. Like is used to pattern matching. Only the string, it will compare all the values with the string. Only if the string is matched, it will display the result. That is the difference. You can use like statements. It is used for pattern matching. And one more important thing, so you can use like statement in a different way also. For example, find all the employees who were born during 1950s. So you are selecting first name, last name from the employee table. Birth date, again you are using a pattern matching. See, 70, pattern matching. Here user can type any value. During the 1970s, here it is in 1950s, right? So yeah, here you have to understand only one thing. User can give any value here, but that value should always end with the 70. User can give any value, starting values, but the value should always end with the 70. You should understand only that thing here. No worries. So last query, show the resulting salaries if every employee working on the product. So, and in the last query, so here the main difference in select statement is, you can observe there, along with the attributes, you are using some arithmetic operators like star. That is also possible. You can apply the increase of the salary here, 1.1. You are multiplying all the salaries of the employees with 1.1. If your salary is increased by 10%, you can show that also. So here you can use arithmetic operators in the select statements. That is also possible. So to tell that, I took this 13th query example. So if you want to increase the salary by some amount, you can do that also while displaying only. You can apply that increase by multiplying a particular value with the salary attribute, right? And this is the retrieve all the employees in the department 5 whose salary is between. See, this query is mainly used to explain that you can use keyword like between in your where condition. You can see along with the logical operators, and you are using a between keyword. That is also possible. And In the last query, why I used means, here you can see I can order the names. Either I can order my names in the descending order or the ascending order. To explain that, if you want to order your values of the result in a descending order or the ascending order, that is possible. That's why I took this 15th query. So in this way you can use select statements in a variety of ways, right? So hope you understood the concepts. Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.